what is really happening is not fully reported. There's talk about the fact that the president refused associationship with Europe, so people are rebelling. But really what people are reacting against is the fear and the loss of dignity that totalitarianism and then post-Soviet corrupt rule brought. So this movement that is now, over the last 3 months, involved millions of people who have been protesting peacefully through the night, through the day, through the months in 0-degree Fahrenheit weather, is really a movement of people who are recognizing their God-given dignity and saying, we can't live like this anymore. We don't want to live in a country where a mother goes to a hospital with an infant and has to think of how much money and to whom she has to give in the form of a bribe to get treatment. A country where parents bribe the teachers to teach their kids in school, where students in universities give bribes at semester per semester exams, $50 a pop, in a country where people earn $250 a month.
Wow.
It's a country that, has a high level, traditionally, of education. It produces the biggest airplane in the world. The biggest airplane in the world is manufactured in Ukraine. Ukraine gave up its nuclear arsenal, along with Belarus, the only two nuclear countries that have ever given up their arsenal. And the big hope after independence in 1991 was that this country of educated people with a 1,000-year Christian history could go forward and live in dignity. And that has not happened. Corrupt rulers have enriched themselves by becoming billionaires over a 1 or 2 year period, and people are saying enough. We deserve a life. Our children deserve medical care. They deserve an education. We deserve our place in history and in Europe.
So it almost sounds, Bishop Gudziak, like a solidarity movement in Poland in 1979. Almost a revolution for virtue, for dignity, for the sanctity of life, for a free and noble existence. Am I correct in that?
It is. It's not a movement for a political candidate or a political party or for some kind of ideology. It's a movement that is very much inspired by prayer. In the main square in Kyiv, where this movement is centered, there have been gatherings of up to 800,000 people. Every Sunday there's a gathering between 100 and 300,000 people, and during the week there's from 10 to 20,000 people in the square almost all the time. And what has been really, I think, shocking for many Europeans who have lost some of their tradition is the fact that the meetings in the square every day begin with an ecumenical prayer. The day is punctuated by prayer, led by church leaders and pastors from different churches, Orthodox, Catholic, Protestant, Jews, Muslims. And then in the night, because the night is long, cold, and dangerous, because there have been attacks at the protesters from the riot police in the night, every hour on the hour there is prayer. I don't think any public manifestation in Europe in recent decades has seen such a public manifestation of faith in God and solidarity in the Spirit.
Am I correct, Bishop Borys, in concluding, too, from the reports that I get, that it's brought the religions closer together in Ukraine?
It has. December 10th, the leaders of all the churches and religious organizations who form a council came out with a statement which has basically 4 points: that the president should listen to the people, stop ignoring them, that there can be no violence on the part of the government, but also on the part of the protesters, that the country shouldn't be divided by false rhetoric pitting one part of the country against the other, and that dialogue is the only way out. And this has been kind of the mantra of the church